All right, gang, here we go. Hope you all are doing great. I know it's funny, this time delay, I'm making sure everything's coming through okay, and I can look at it and like, what in the world am I doing? All right, everybody jump on. Give me a thumbs up that you're here. Let's do this. Hey, Lisa. Miss Lisa, give me a thumbs up if you can hear me okay. Carson, TJ, David. Good to see everybody jumping on. Let's go. Hey, Shaw. Hey, Brett. I'm going to give everybody a few minutes. My internet was jacking up here. It took me a few minutes to actually get on, but I believe we are rolling now. So I'm going to turn that off so I can pay attention. Hey, Mitch. Brother Dale. Denise, good to see you, dear. Here we go. Darren, I'm glad you're making it to focus. Love that. Hey, Randy, I sent you a message. I'm still I'm still working on it, buddy. I haven't forgot you. Your floor plan. I need some more information, but we'll get that knocked out. Hey, Tammy, good to see you, kiddo. Brother Jeremy. Matt, let's go. Everybody's jumping on. Hey, listen, you guys, it shows 32 viewers and 24 comments. If you're on, just give me a thumbs up. That way I know who's here. Brad, I've been meaning to call you. You and Tammy, I need to check in with you guys. I'll talk to you guys soon. Brother Rob Grace. Hey, Miss Danielle. Steve Carlson, let's go. I'm glad you guys are jumping on tonight because I'm excited about this. This is going to be a little bit different of a class than I've done. Hey, Betty. I've got notes. I've got things that I wrote down, just thoughts that I had about what I want to talk to you guys about, but I don't know how much I'm going to use them. Because today, oh man, today was crazy. We had our busiest day all year today on a Tuesday. Yesterday was a pretty good day, but then for whatever reason, it is all hit today. It's kind of insane. We had I think we saw 192 or 194 with like 10 new ones or something. It was an amazing day. But as the day was going on, you know, all the stuff that I want to talk to you about is flooding in my brain, you know, just it's hard for me to articulate to you guys this. So I've been doing this going on 28 years, and I know many of you have been doing this for a long time also. Some of you are new doctors. I get it. But as much time as I've spent in practice and creating and generating and doing all the things and spending time with patients, then the last, gosh, how long have I been doing this now? 6, 7, 8 years now? I've been doing this coaching thing, and I'm constantly looking for ways. I'm constantly looking for ideas. I'm looking for a better way to articulate to you how I can help you gain the practice that you want, right? And I think that's one of the biggest questions is we've got to ask ourselves, what practice do you want? We'll get into that. But with all that being said, I think it's important, and this is why I come up with this, that I can talk to you about philosophy, and I can talk about how much you care, and I can talk to you about procedures and streamlining. I have my new favorite quote of mine, focus elimination. We can talk about those things. Man, you know what? Gang, here it is halfway through the year. The year's half over. And it's an interesting dynamic that's going on within the group. And I want to talk about it, but what I'm seeing this, that either we are going into an offensive mode, a creating, go get it mode, or we're stepping back into a defensive mode and just trying not to lose. And it's an interesting thing. And from all the coaching calls and so many things that I've heard in the last couple of months, it's interesting whether you're growing and in offense or whether you're in defense and not necessarily, dropping, you're just maintaining. What I find fascinating is neither group knows that that's what they're doing. They either are or they are not. I know it sounds a little bit confusing, but as tonight, what I want you guys to really spend some time with as we're talking, and some of the things I'm going to bring up, I just want you to think about you. You as an individual, because this is really what it boils down to. And I'm going to talk about this some more, but I'm just going to say it again. You know, I said once before, and I wrote this down, it's going to be in my focus talk, that the most powerful tool in chiropractic is the intention behind the focused adjustment. And it is important. But I believe that I'm going to start changing it, looking at it a little different. Because I want you guys to think about something. Everybody on tonight, I want you guys to think about what I'm going to say right now. You hear me say that patients come from you. They come from you. They don't come to you. Now, what does that mean? That means whatever's on the inside, whatever emotion, whatever feeling, whatever energy, whatever thought, whatever is on the inside of you as a human being is what comes to you. Your life, your practice, new patients, collections, your relationships, all of that is 100% a direct reflection upon what you are on the inside. Period. That's just it. When you hear people say, if I didn't have bad luck, I'd have no luck at all. Well, that's on you, because that is what's inside of you. You're attracting that. So here's the thing. If your new patients are down, if your patient visits are down, if your collections are down, what you got to do is you have to take it as this. It may have nothing to do with you. It may just simply be everybody's on vacation. It's hard, or it's this or that. It may just simply be the ebb and flow of practice. But if you live in that thought that it's not my fault, it's everything else, well then that's the defensive thing I'm talking about. So patients come from you, and whatever's on the inside of you is what is happening. So let's get into this. I'm just going to go through some of this stuff, and I want you guys to really, this is going to be more of a, I'm going to slow it down a little bit. This is going to be more of a look in the mirror. Let's really ask you ask yourself, when I'm talking about this, you may say, not me, not me, not me. Or you may say, well, yeah, that might be me. All right? So, I'm just going to kind of read some of the things I wrote down so I don't forget them. Two very important qualities in people. Either they're spending all their energy, they're trying to succeed, or they're spending their energy trying to fail. Now, I know that sounds pretty harsh. I'm going to explain. I use the word fail a little bit different. I'm using that word is it's not that you are a failure, but what I'm using the word fail is failure to reach your potential. Failure to put action forward to reach your potential. You're either working toward your potential or you are not. You are either going into offense, you're moving forward, or you're going backwards in defense. You're either working toward your potential or you're working against it. This is what's interesting, and this thought hit me really hard this week. Whether or not in practice, you have the chiropractors. Yes, there's some of us that are struggling a little bit. Some of us are just kind of we're stuck. We're not growing. We're not falling. Some of us are falling backwards. We're just not gaining what we expect out of our practices, right? This is one camp. Now there is another camp that is breaking every record. Their record collections, record visits, record new patients, blowing the doors off of it, right? And we all know that. You've seen Dr. Tyler. He's a perfect example. I haven't even told Tyler this. When Tyler did that message last week, my personal messages blew up. And I got everything from that is amazing to I am really pissed off right now. I got doctors that's been in practice several years that are seeing this kid after 12 weeks, 200 a week, and they've been in practice for years, and and they're not hitting those numbers. So listen, I'm going to say some things that might ruffle your feathers a little bit and rattle your cage. And I'm not trying to be offensive at all. I love you guys. You know how much I am. But listen, if I'm going to coach you, if I'm going to mentor you and help you, I can't sugarcoat some things. I've got to say some stuff. And if you're uncomfortable, good, because that's where growth comes from. But listen to me. The people that are succeeding and the people that are struggling, you all see the same sunset. You breathe the same air, right? It's the same gas prices. It's high everywhere. We all went through the same COVID. I still have people, not in this group, but I have talked to doctors that have talked to me about joining, that they're still complaining about the pandemic. Gang, it's the same. So, and hell, sometimes it's in the same town. It's within a few minutes of each other. One office struggles, one office doesn't. And so what we've got to do is, what happens is we start looking for excuses why or why not, right? And I think I need to say this to you. This is what's important moving forward tonight and from now on in this group. What you personally think you can achieve and what I know you can achieve, I'm going to go out on a limb and say are dramatically two different things. Dramatically two different things. I know what's possible. I know what you can achieve. And a lot of you, what you have led yourself to believe that you can achieve, totally two different things. So, and the reason I say that, gang, the reason I even bring that up, because I need you all, everybody on here that are listening. We got a ton on here right now. I need you to understand something. There is a great big monster life out here. There just is. There is so much to experience, so much to see, so much to do, so much to accomplish, so much to give. And I just don't want you to hold yourself back. I want you to see it. I want you to experience it. Man, it's like a burning passion with me. When I see you guys blowing up and exploding and doing these things, and I see the life you're living, man, my heart swells. You know what? I'm just going to be honest with you. This is self-serving. I'm as arrogant as the day is long. I want my pride. This is what I want to be proud of. I want to be proud that something I said or did helped you achieve the life that you couldn't imagine. And I'll take that pride. I'll live with that sin, because that's what drives me, gang. And I just want you to understand there's so much more. You know, I heard this not too long ago. And again, you got to understand there's a huge difference. People will say, well, you know, this complacency thing. I've got enough money. I've got enough money. I don't need any more money. Well, the only people that I know that say that they don't need any more money are the ones who've never had that much more, right? And I read that and I thought, you know what, that's true. The people that I know that, you know, they want to give you the whole song and dance. Well, I don't want any of that. Well, it's because you never had it. You've never had it. And once you experience it, you don't want to let go of it. But and that kind of goes into what we're going to talk about next. Once you've experienced it and you achieved it, then you don't want to let go of what you have. But sometimes, and this is where we're headed, sometimes that the achievement that you've achieved, which is amazing, if you don't let go of it, you'll never accomplish your next goal, right? So we're so worried about losing what we have. So let's talk about this defense, the reasons we fail. I'm just going to throw some of these things out there. One of the biggest things that I see is just simply assuming responsibility. We don't want it. We do not want to take responsibility for anything unless it's good. Now, you know what's interesting is, you know, record collection, record visits, you know, all these new patients, they go up and pay in full. Man, we all want to just like pat ourselves on the back and, man, look how good we're doing. But then all of a sudden the practice drops and new patients quit coming in, or collections are down, or whatever it may be. And then I'm going to get, it's my staff. It's, you know, it's gas prices. It's COVID. It's, oh my gosh, everybody's on vacation. The fair's in town. It's deer season. Blah, blah, blah. A new doctor just opened up down the street, and he's only charging $20 a visit. I've heard it all. I just have heard it all. That's defense. That's not assuming responsibility for your actions, right? And as long as you do that, you will never attain even close to what your potential is. The next thing is this complacency thing. Complacency is an easy trap to get into. You get to a certain level and you get comfortable. And once you're comfortable, it's really easy to sit back. You would not believe how many doctors, and I'm just going to be honest with you guys. I'm going to share something that I don't normally share. And this isn't a negative. This is a reality that I think it's important for you all to hear. That we've had so many doctors for the last 5, 6 years of joining this group. And they will join and they will reach a level of success double of what they were in the past. I mean, just doing amazing. And I'll get this message. Doc, love the group. Love what you showed me. Man, everything. But, man, I found it. I'm there. I got it. I appreciate your help. And if I need anything else, I'll come back. And they drop out of the group. And I always send them the same thing. I tell them the same thing. I'll always be here if you need me. It breaks my heart. It breaks my heart because they haven't even scratched the surface of what their potential is. There is not one doctor that has joined this group that has dropped out that even came within 10% of what they could accomplish. And I'm going to tell most of you that you guys have not even scratched the surface of what you're capable of. There's so much more. There's just so much. We're going to talk about how to get there, but I'm trying to rattle your cage a little bit. This complacency thing, I've got enough, or I don't need any more. Well, first of all, this whole I don't need is selfish because it's not about you. Look, let's just say this. Let's say you work 5% harder. You go back and watch all the videos again, or you go back and watch the consultation report videos, and you really think about the report, and then you spend some time with yourself, and you really get yourself in a good place, and then you deliver the perfect report. You connect it. They go up and pay in full. Okay, so now instead of 10 paid in fulls this month, you had 13. Now those 3 paid in fulls, okay, let's say that's $3,600 extra paid in fulls that you wouldn't have had you not put forth the effort. Well, I know you don't need it, but there it is. So if you don't want it because you don't need it, well, then give it to somebody else. Seems like a fair, trade to me. Take that $3,600, go to your church, talk to your pastor, say, I would like to donate this to a family, or I'd like to do this, or you just go find a family, or buy your mother a new car or something, but don't make it about you. The only time that you're ever going to say that I've got all I need is because you're thinking about you. And then when you quit thinking about you, then you'll never have all you need because there's always someone else to serve. I promise you, it's one of those things that gets you out of your comfort zone quicker than anything is quit thinking about you. All right, so that this complacency thing, I don't ever want to hear from any of you. I love you. I will go to the ends of the earth. I will lay down in front of a train for you guys. But if you ever tell me that, you know what, Doc, I appreciate you, but I've got all I need, you're going to get a talking to, because I'm going to remind you that it's not about you. And as soon as you make it about you, that's failure. To me, yeah, Lord, I'm going to get wound up. I'm feeling I'm feeling myself get excited. Oh, Lord, there's just so much. Oh, there's so much. You want to have the ability in your life to give ridiculously, like just to give. Oh my gosh, what would it be like to have an extra $1,000 that if it caught on fire, if it fell out of your pocket, you would never miss it? Then you take that and you take it and you do something. You find a chiropractic student and you buy all their books, or you buy their focus ticket, or you buy them a focus table. I've had doctors in this group buy focus tables and then have it delivered, and they deliver it to a student. Here, your career is going to be amazing. Tell me that doesn't make your heart swell. I mean, I think it's incredible, right? I'm just using that as an example. You can do whatever you want to. You can go find a chiropractic student or somebody and pay their car off. I can go all day long. I can help you guys spend your money. I promise you I can. But let's quit being complacent because it's only about us, all right? The next thing I want to talk about, priorities. Let's get our priorities straight, because now this is, again, kind of being about you. We have hobbies, our hobbies. We like to play a lot of golf. We like to hunt. We like to fish. We like to do whatever it is we like to do. And we like to do it so much that it's kind of holds us back. We're never going to reach our full potential. We're never even going to get on the path of our potential because, well, that would mean I have to take some energy away from my golf game or whatever it is you like to do. Gang, we got the rest of our lives. We got our 70s to play freaking golf, right? We've got a short period of time to create a life for our families and our kids and our grandkids that they can't even wrap their minds around. It's up to us. And when you say it's not my responsibility, then now it's about you again. Again, I'm going to be a little hard on you. I'm sorry, but, well, know what? No, I'm not sorry. It is important that I say these things. Kids, listen, I'm going to tell you all something. I had hobbies, and I raised kids, and this isn't, oh, let's pat Tim Young on the back. Look how great he is. It's all bullshit. You guys know I don't do that. But I have to use me as an example because this is what I know. So I'm going to give you a very real scenario. 2002, that's a day or two ago. I've been a competitive bodybuilder since I was 19 years old. I started in 1986 was my first bodybuilding show. So now it's 2002, and I am training for the Mr. Oklahoma. I am also, I opened my practice in 1999, so it's 3 years old. Brand new practice. I'm growing. I am getting it. I'm raising 3 kids. So, see, this is 1999. My baby, Arian, is, in 2002, he is 5, and I am coaching I'm coaching his football team, his Little League football team. Laisha's in school, Ashley's in gymnastics. So I'm raising 3 kids. I have kids. I have a hobby. It's a 6 days a week, 2 hours a day hobby. Training. I train 6 days. Well, I train 5 days a week. So hour and a half, 2 hours a day. Never missed, ever. And I was building a practice. In 2002, I was in Pinnacle back then. A lot of you were there. You guys know this. I won Doctor of the Year. I won Mr. Oklahoma. I coached a football team, and I saw 300 a week for the first time. Record year, record everything. And I did it all in the same damn year because it wasn't about me, damn it. The only thing was really about me was the bodybuilding, and I did that to keep my freaking sanity. I had to go to the gym and train to keep my sanity, to give me something for me, because I was giving to this football team. I was giving at church. Shannon and I at this time, we were also volunteering at church on Wednesday nights and Sundays, volunteering with the youth group. I was giving to my practice. I was giving to my kids, giving, because it wasn't about me. And I found the energy, and I found the freaking time. And I did not let my hobbies or the kids or the football or church or Shannon and I's relationship, none of that pulled me from the focus of my damn practice, because that is my well. Your practice is the well that will water the gardens that create everything in your life. You got to keep your priorities. Do not let them distract you. Now listen, I know things are going to happen. We've had some members in the group, our brothers and sisters, gang. I'm not going to say names because it's very private, very personal. I just want you to pray for the foundation members. They need your prayers. We've had some people that have had some horrible losses recently and in the past. And this is not what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about going through some tragedies and going through some major, major things in your life. That's called a storm. And you have to weather that damn storm. And that's a whole different conversation. That is just reaching out for help, first of all. That's what we're all here for. But you got to get through that. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about, oh, I like to work out, I like to run, I like to do this, I like to fish. My kids, they're playing baseball. We're at the baseball games. Whatever. That's bullshit, right? Do not let that pull your distraction, okay? Now, okay, I hope I made my point about distractions. I hope you guys get my point, right? Now, fear. Why do we hold ourselves back? Why do we fail? Because we're afraid. We're afraid of failure. We're afraid of losing what we have. I talked about it a little bit earlier. I don't know how many times I see this. The doctors will get to a certain level, and then it's interesting. They're afraid to accomplish more because they feel guilty about it for some weird psychological reason in their past. or they're afraid if I do this, here's an example. Adjust 3 segments or less all day long. All of you. I challenge you. Do it one day. Just do it one day. Oh, I can't do that. What if they don't come back? What if they get upset? Well, what if they say something? What if they say, is that it? What? Well, I got one for you. Well, what if they don't? What if they love it? What if they get better? What if they get up and get in and out of your office in under a minute? What if you see 37 patients in 40 minutes? What if you see 102 with 5 new ones like I did this morning? What if that? What if you start collecting $120,000, $130,000 a month? What about that? So see, here's the thing. We're so afraid to lose what we got that we won't allow ourselves to even wrap our mind around what more we can accomplish, right? So this fear thing, we've got to quit worrying about losing what we have. You will never gain what you want if you're constantly hanging on to what you already got. Listen, if you've got, you know what? I don't know. I honestly don't know anyone. I personally don't know anyone personally that has so much that they can't achieve anymore. I don't know anybody that has such a huge practice and so much money that, man, if they wouldn't even know what to do with that extra money because they have so much. I don't know anybody like that. Do you? I mean, ask yourself that. Are you? So let's get rid of this fear, because the only thing it's doing is it's causing you to fail. It's putting you in defense. Like, you know what? I know I use these analogies all the time, and it may drive some of you crazy, but I think it's a great analogy. You know, my son and I talk about this a lot. You know, some of you may not know this, but he's a professional fighter, and when he walks into the cage, he does that long walk, and he walks in the cage, and they lock that cage door. There's 2 warriors in there, and you've got to make a decision. You're either going to fight to win, or you're going to fight trying not to lose. And me and him talk about this all the time. We watch fights, all the fights on UFC and all those, and we talk about it. It's like we even talked about it back when he was wrestling. You know, some of these guys, what happens is they get in there and they are wound up. They talk a big game. They've trained hard, and they get in there and wham, they get hit right in the mouth, and their head gets snapped back and their marbles get rolled, and they don't even know where they are for a quick second. Okay, well, all of a sudden, offense goes to defense real damn fast. And now all they're doing is struggling, trying not to lose. And so their skills and their talents and everything they've trained so hard for gets thrown out the window, and they forget their game plan. I've watched Coach Mark, my son's coach, lose his mind because he has a fighter that has a game plan. And as soon as he gets hit, he throws a game plan out, he backpedals, he goes into defense, and he's just doing whatever he can to survive. You're not going to win that way, gang. And this is what happens in practice. Something happens. You get hit in the mouth real hard. All of a sudden, you had a, oh my gosh, you know, we dropped by 30 visits this week, or God, who knows? Who cares? You know, you had an audit or whatever it may be. It may be something big, but you all go back into defense. You put your gloves up and you try not to get hit anymore instead of trying to freaking win, instead of sticking to your damn game plan. Listen, gang, I'm going to tell you something. June was a slower month for me. I had a couple weeks that we saw like 111 on a Monday, one Monday. I was like, what the hell is this? We don't see 111 on Monday. I mean, that's like a busy Monday morning sometimes. But it happened. Then Tuesday was slower. Our week was slow, right? Well, I didn't put my gloves up and go into a cowering position. I went into offense. Every person that walked through that door gave me a new opportunity, another opportunity to shine, man, to show them who I am, to express what's on the inside of me. It wasn't the defensive me, it was the offensive me. All right, we're going to talk some more about that. All right. So I'm going to say this, and please, those of you who are listening that may have used this term with me, I'm not wanting to be ugly to you. This is not what I'm trying to do. But I have to say this because I've heard it in the last couple of years. It's a phrase and a term that I had never heard, and it drives me insane. So I'm going to throw it out there. I'll tell you one of my other pet peeves. My bad. Drives me absolutely crazy. Somebody says they do something wrong, and like, oh, my bad. To me, all that says is, yeah, I did it, but I'm really not responsible. Or I did it, and who cares? I hate it. Well, here's what else I don't like. I'm just in a different season. I mean, well, doctor, things are going. I love the group. I love what's happening. I want to do all these things, but we're just kind of in a different season. What the Sam hell does that mean? A different season? Let me tell you something. Life is a season, and it's going to change, but it doesn't stop. What and it goes back to this. Well, my kids are at an age, and I need to spend more time doing outside things with them. I raised 3 kids. I didn't. Now listen, I'm talking about me, and I'm not trying to compare anyone to me. But listen, I'm your coach. I'm your guide. I'm your mentor, and I want you to have what I have. And so, if you're going to accomplish even a percentage of what you're capable of, you're going to have to break through some barriers. And so, I'm telling you, I didn't do it. I didn't go on no freaking season. I don't know what the hell that even means. I will tell you what I did. I went to freaking work. And then when things got tough, I worked a little harder. And when things got tougher, I asked for help. I got on coaching calls. I went to other offices. I asked for help. And then I applied. And I applied again. And I applied again. Shannon and I talk about this all the time. It's like we got to laughing here by back. It's like, when did we ever, since in 28 years, did we ever go, no. What the hell? It never happened. No matter what went on in our world. I've went through some pretty crazy ass things, right? I never went into defense, man, because I just it's not my personality, it's not my character to cower. I'll be damned if I cower to anything or anybody. I will not. Well, unless Shannon's mad at me, then I kind of cower. But she's not. She's a boxing. She's a kickboxing or a freaking boxing class. That should tell you all you need to know. So she's not listening. So I might cower to her. But to everything else, hell no. This season, I'm in a different season. I want you guys to spend time with it and ask yourself, is that just a bullshit lame ass excuse that I'm lazy? I said it. I probably may lose some members tonight, and I hope not. I love you guys. You are my family, and I don't want to lose you. But damn it, if I don't grab you and shake you a little bit, then what good am I? If I just sugarcoat everything and hold your hand and tell you that, I'm going to blow, unicorns and rainbows up your butt, then that's not what this is about. No one would do that. Not one of you have ever had any sort of coach that was worth their weight in anything that just kissed your butt. And that's not what I'm trying to say. I got to rattle your cage. I got to get you thinking. You got to quit. You got to quit going into defense. You got to quit making excuses. You got to quit backpedaling. Move forward. Get this different season bullshit out of your brain. Quit. Paul. And I don't really talk much about any individual person in a group because I was in a group that's all they did. Then it became an egotistical, look at me, look at my feathers, I'm better than everybody else bullshit group, and I don't want to do that. But I'm going to bring somebody up right now, and it's Dr. Paul Fowler. And Paul has been in practice, I think, Paul, 32 or 34 years. And I spent a lot of time with Paul at our retreat. And, man, what an amazing human being. Paul, if you're listening, I don't know if you're on here tonight, but I love you dearly. This guy is something. He's been in practice longer than I have. And for the first time, he broke his daily record. His record was 110. I think he saw 134 in a day. I'm going to tell you why this is so impressive to me, because Paul's been in practice for 34 years, and most chiropractors have been in practice that long. They are so complacent. They are so just going through the motion mode. They are so in defensive, just trying not to lose what they have and pay their bill mode. Not Paul. Paul took the gloves off and said, let's go, offense. I'm so impressed with him. And he did it in such a humble way. He did it, and Paul said something to me that I appreciated so much, but it also put a little bit of, I don't want to say stress. It's not stress. It made me aware of what this group means and my responsibility, I guess. He said, I want to grab every one of these doctors and shake them and tell them that this group is for life. Because when you quit growing, you quit living. And this group is our lifeline to what's possible. He said, and that's why I look to you, because you will tell me honestly what I don't want to hear, what I need to hear. And Paul, I'll never forget that. That honesty that came from you, that it resonated with me, but it also gave me a huge sense of responsibility. That's why, gang, I'm kind of a little bit hard on you tonight. I actually started out not trying to be hard on you, but well, it is what it is. So let's do this. Let's flip gears. Offense, success. What's that mean? It means attaining, working toward the goal which you were working to accomplish. Moving toward the goal that you were trying to accomplish. That's what success is. It's not getting there. To me, success, to me, success isn't winning the fight. It's not winning the belt. It's defending your belt until you retire, until there's nothing more to prove. And you're not there yet. So that's, to me, success. But what's your goal? So this is probably, I bet there have been more books written on goals, goal setting, what a goal is this, write your goals down, say your goals every day, blah, blah, blah. I mean, it's such a cliche anymore. And I think it's been running to the ground to the point where nowhere pays attention to it. But with that being said, I look at it this way, gang. If your goal is to load the kids up in a car, and let's say you live in California, whatever, and you're going to load the kids up in a car, and you're going to drive to Florida to Disney World. That's your goal. Okay. Well, you've worked hard. You saved your money. You've got the right vehicle, but you never looked at a map. You don't really even know how to get there, and you just start driving. It's been a long trip, and some of you are on that trip. You've never, you have a map, but you haven't really looked at it. You looked at it a few times, but you haven't really studied it. You get on, you're going down the highway, but sometimes we get off on a side road, and next thing you know, we're in the freaking desert, and we don't know how the hell we got there. Some of you just tell your kids that, man, we're going somewhere fun, and you don't even know where. You didn't even pick Disney World. You just want to go somewhere fun, but you don't know what the hell that is. I know this is all stupid, but man, gang, pick a freaking goal. Decide what do you want to do, and don't give me no bullshit. I want to see 5 more a week goal. Whatever. Hell, if you want to see here's the thing: you want to see 5 more patients a week. Drop your prices by 20%. You'll see about 100 more a week because all those people will come in every day. You really, if you know what, if you really want to, make some silly goal, then you can create that. That's not what I'm talking about. It's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about let's dream. Because I know for a fact that you can do it. The potential's there. And here's how I know. I'm just going to say this. Some people don't like when I say this. People that are very close to me, that love me, hate it when I say this. But it's a fact. I, Tim Young, I am not special. I am not gifted. I have not been ordained. I have not been chosen to be the Holy One. I haven't. I am a 55-year-old chiropractor that lives in Oklahoma City, was raised in the Hills, Missouri, grew up in a hayfield, working in the milk barns, cutting wood, cutting meat, hunting squirrels. That's how I was raised. I'm not anybody special, and what I've accomplished in chiropractic is ridiculous. But all I did was care. Me and Alicia, my daughter Alicia, I talk about her a lot. She said something that I need to bring up. It's powerful. She's so powerful. And she's not on here. I know she's not on here because she's at boxing class with my wife. Those are my girls, right? So she said, Dad, you know how you're always talking about it's the focused intention on the adjustment, your adjustment that builds the practice? Yeah. So she goes, Dad, I'm not that great of an adjuster. I think I'm good, but I'm not great. I know I'm not great. She's not been in practice very long. She's starting her 4th year. And she goes, and, I'm not a great communicator. She said, I don't like talking. She doesn't. Alicia, she is an introvert. She's the sweet little girl that sits in the back and takes pictures, and she's everybody's best friend. Everybody loves Alicia because she never talks about herself ever. She always talks about you. I want to know about you. She never talks about her. Her friends love her because that's who she is. She's not a great communicator. She goes, Dad, I'm not a great communicator. And I said, Sis, okay. I said, so why your success? Because this girl is killing it. I mean, I don't even want to share the numbers because It makes her uncomfortable, but they're ridiculous. I'll just say that. She said, Dad, all I can tell you is this: I just really care. How do I explain that to you guys in words other than just got to care? You got to care so much. You got to care so much about them. And you can't do it by being in a defensive mode. You can't do it by being complacent. You can't do it with fear. You know, you got to have a goal of what you're wanting to accomplish, and you can't be afraid of it. And you got to care so much that that goal is going to happen. And listen, gang, I'm no one special, and I know that if I can do it, you can do it. I mean, I know. I've seen over 200 a day, every single day, day in and out for forever. Back when it was just me in the office 3 days a week, you know, if we ever drop below 200, I thought I was having a bad day, right? And the only reason I even tell you guys this is so can you, if that's your goal. But pick a damn goal. Let's work toward it, all right? This is an attitude that I want you guys to start adopting. You get to. You don't have to. Yeah, you don't have to go to the office. You could do other things. Now you may say, well, yeah, but I can't do anything and make this kind of money. Well, so I thought you didn't want any damn money anyway. I thought you had all you wanted. So if you don't need this much money, well then get rid of half of it and do something else and just live off that. If you don't need any money, I mean, I'm being an asshole right now. I get that, but what I'm trying to say is, you don't have to do this. You got to adopt the attitude that you get to do this. When you walk into your office, you get to be there. What a beautiful joy, blessing that we have to get to go to our office and do that. Man, I know many of you have worked like I have. Man, we here recently we went down to the lake down for the 4th of July, and the road that takes us to where our lake place is, there's a bunch of fields, and they're out there cutting hay. Man, you talk about a flashback. I remember working literally you get up at daylight because it's cool, and you eat real quick, and you're in the hayfield right as the light comes over the hill, and you're in that hayfield when it starts getting dark, and the only reason you leave is because you got to go get the cows in for milking, all right? I've worked hard. You've all worked hard. We don't work hard in our offices. That's stupid. It's not work. It's a blessing. And I want you guys to start adapting that attitude. You get to do this. You don't have to do this. And then you set your goals, and when you go in with that attitude, when you have in your heart, I get to do this, that's what comes out. And guess what comes to you? All right? Another thing that I think is important, and I want you guys to start thinking about, I want you all to start acting as if it's already happening. You got to start acting as if. What happens is, I want to see 200 a week, I want to see 200 a week, I want to see 200 a week, but then you carry yourself, you think, move, act, adjust, talk, all your stuff is 130 a week. You're not acting and walking and talking like a 200 a week office. And you can't tell me you don't know what it sounds like, it looks like, because I've showed you on the videos. All you got to do is go watch the Daily Flow videos. That's all. I mean, you can watch. I mean, it's boring as hell, but watch an hour of that. That's what it looks like. That's 200 a day. Do that. Call me. Let's get a coaching call. Come, go to the workshops, whatever it takes, but work toward you. But you got to start acting as if, all right? You got to look and take advantage of every opportunity for growth in the office and out. So I will tell you, and I'll be kind of honest with you, I've developed the practice now that I don't have to do it because we saw 11 new ones today. We saw 6 yesterday. It's just, I mean, we see tons of new patients, right? But there was a day that no matter where I went, back in 2002 when Doctor of the Year, Mr. Oklahoma, all that crap, I honestly never went anywhere. Lunch, breakfast, dinner, a store, it didn't matter. I found a way to create a conversation to get a new patient through the door, to let them know who I was. I was just say stupid crap. You know, I'd be at Academy buying Arian a pair of football shoes, and we're standing at the line, and I would be standing there talking to the guy, and I said, man, I bet your feet hurt standing here all day long. And they, I said, I got a lot of patients that do what you do, and they come in and tell me that it's just real hard to stand here and work this hard. I really appreciate it. Okay, you're a doctor? So, yeah, I'm a chiropractor, and I help a lot of guys just like you. Really, you got a card? Absolutely, I got a card. Always, always. Inside the office. Jerry, how's your kids? Oh, my kids are good, but I had my grandkids this weekend. You had your grandkids? How many you got? I got two. Who do they? Does your kids take them to see a chiropractor? I don't think they do. Oh goodness, no. No. We have to get them in here. Their spines. Let me ask you a second, Pawpaw. Is that baby boy's? Is his spine just as important as anybody else's? Well, of course it is. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to send some paperwork home with you. I want you to talk to your daughter, and I want you to talk to her about maybe getting that baby in here. Let's take a look. Let's just make sure everything's healthy. If it is, great. But let's. You know what? I'm going to do that. See what I'm talking about? Offense. Offense. Or I can sit in my office. I can get on my phone. I can get on Facebook. I can sit there and, man, we're slow. No patients are coming in. I don't know why my collections are down. Come on. You guys are grown-ass adults. You're professionals, and I don't want to talk to you guys like children. I don't. But if I don't get in you and rattle your cage and shake you just a little bit, then what good am I? All right? So let's think about some of these things. All right? Look, and here's a big one. We've got to get in our brains, and we got to remove the fear and the memories of past failures, because we've all failed. I have fell on my face so many damn times. It's ridiculous. I've made so many mistakes. But gang, and I've told some of you, I don't have told of you, I don't know when it's going to get done. It's a process. But I'm writing a book. I'm in the middle of writing a book right now, and we're quite a ways through it. And the title of the book is It Had to Happen. And basically what I did was I went through my entire life, and I picked some of the major events, starting from when I was in first grade, some of the major events that happened in my life that were pretty significant. It seemed so insignificant, but it turned into be a very significant event that created this and changed my direction, and it generated the emotions and the thoughts that I have and my attitude about things, right? These are important things, but they had to happen. But if I was to sit back and be afraid that all those, let's say, bad things were going to happen again, if I was afraid of that, I'd never get anywhere, right? I would never accomplish any goal if I lived in the past and lived in fear. So we've got to start working hard. We've got to start working hard about getting rid of, well, this didn't work out. I hired a CA. Some of you are going to know I'm talking to you. I love you. I hired a CA, and it didn't work out, so I'm not going to hire another one. Wow. I went to a restaurant, bad meal, I'm never going to eat again. Went on one date, that sucked. I'm never dating again. Come on. You guys, let's open our minds. Let's open our hearts. Let's open the possibility, the potential of what we're capable of doing. And it all starts right here in front of us. Damn it, it starts in the practice. And I'm going to finish with that here in a second. All right? So we've got to get out of our brains this fear of losing, this fear of past failures, because that's it's irrelevant. No matter what happens, it's a matter of what we're going to do. Okay? Now, they come from you. Offensive practice starts in the mind. What you are thinking, feeling on the inside, that's what attracts weight. We talked about that. I want you all, if you can, and I know there's another 200 of you that'll be jumping on here in the morning and later on because you just can't get it. But I want everybody right now that when you're hearing these words, I'm gonna pause. I want you to get a piece of paper and a pencil or a pen, and I'm gonna have you write something down. Okay, I'm just gonna wait just a second. I'm gonna get a drink of water. All right, you ready? Okay, I want you to write this down. If I had done this 5 years ago, I'd be better off now. If I had done this 5 years ago, I would be better off right now. I want you to write that down. I want you to read it every damn day. Every day. I want you to get up first thing in the morning, and I want you to read, well, if I'd have done this 5 years ago, I'd be better off today. And then the next thought that should come through your mind is 5 years from now, I'm going to look at this and go, nope, I did. I did. That's going to be a reminder. Gang, if you are waiting for something to happen to take action, you might as well give up because you'll be waiting the rest of your life. Do not wait. Do not wait till you see 200 a week to hire a second CA. Hire her now. Do not wait till you're seeing 200 a week before you stop talking so damn much. Do not wait until you're seeing 50 a week before you actually charge the appropriate charges for your area. Quit waiting and take action. Get in the offense. I want you to start living and practicing to win. Quit trying not to lose. Please. I want to read this to you. The smallest task, the smallest detail, this very smallest task, well done. The one perfect adjustment, the one flawless report of findings, the one connected consultation. You were there. You were present. Out there, it's out there in the world now. You did it and you sent it. Would never, ever had been had you not acted on it. And this one thing brings more satisfaction than the failure by not doing it will ever know in a lifetime. Think about what I just said. The one thing, the one task, the one adjustment, the one focused adjustment, the one very well articulated, emotional, heartfelt report of finding. You connected. The one consultation that you made that patient feel better than ever. Once you do it, once you create something so special, that is delivered out into the universe. And that one thing will bring you more satisfaction. That one tiny thing, gang, listen to me. That one tiny word, action, thought that you send out will bring you more satisfaction than any failure that you failed not to act on will give you in a lifetime. I say it all the time, the pain of discipline or the pain of regret. I talked to my boy a while back, and he's picked one of the hardest professions in the world. He's wanting to be a UFC champion. And you guys, I know you understand fighting is hard, but you don't even have a clue behind the scenes how mentally and emotionally hard it is. His coach, I'll never forget, his coach said, I'm trying to teach these boys that to be a champion inside the ring, you got to be a champion outside the ring. There's so much to that. But I was talking to him, and I said, you know, your mother and I are going to support you to the last minute until you lay your gloves down. As long as you're fighting, we'll fight with you. Because I'm going to tell you something, son. There's going to come a day that you're going to look back on your life and you're going to say one or two things. I'm glad I did. I'm glad I attempted. I'm glad I tried. Or I wish I would have. And I'm going to tell you right now, that I wish I would have, that regret is the most painful, gut-wrenching feeling that you will ever experience. And it'll never go away. Gang, if I'd have done it today, 5 years from now, where will I be? If I'd have done it 5 years ago, where would I be today? If I put forth energy and effort in the smallest task, and I send it out into the universe, what's going to happen next? Listen, we're in this group for a reason. I started it for a reason. I was called to be with you guys. You're here for a reason. Every one of you. Jeff Campbell, Devin, Sister Devin Verano in the house. Jordan, John Davis. Listen, I'm going to talk to you guys. Jordan, Shaw, Jordan, Eric, Brent, Derek, Rodney, Robert Bates out in California, Ryan, Matt Yost. I can go all the way through this. Kaylee, you guys are all in this group for a reason. Every single one of you. You join and you pay your little measly $300 and some a month. You know, I get, you know, most of you pay more for, you know, a dinner sometimes. I get it. But you're here because of a reason. Do not waste this opportunity, please. Give it everything. Take advantage of what you have because it's powerful and it's important and it matters. Every damn one of you. You matter. You matter to me and you matter to the world. And I want you guys to kind of start living in a bigger picture. You're meant for more. All of you. Now, I'm going to ask you this. Last thing I'm going to ask you. We're going to wrap up. I'll answer some questions. When do you want to stop growing? When do you want to stop growing your life and your practice? When? Text it. Tomorrow? Next week? That's a gut-wrenching question. It makes me sick to my damn stomach, to be honest with you guys. When do I want to quit growing? Okay, when I die, when I'm literally done, when God calls me, that's when I quit growing. So when I'm gonna take a season off. I'm a different season, so I'm gonna take it off and not grow during this season. I'll be back whenever my season changes. Whew, you guys, I think you kind of feel me, right? Okay. So, long night. I hope I rattled your cage. I hope we connected. I went way off script. It's what I do. Because, listen, gang, when I'm talking to all of you, whether right now live, you guys, that I love you so much, the rest of you that'll be, I know you guys are going to jump on here later. Because I know other countries, it's like 4 o'clock in the morning, and some of you just didn't get a chance to. I want you all to really spend some time with what I said. And I want you please to understand that it comes straight from here, straight from my heart to yours. I'm going to read something to you real quick, and you're going to hear this a lot. Surely when we give something of ourselves, we want it to be the finest reflection that it can be, and as such, it would need to come from somewhere deep within the chiropractor so as to be a reflection of his or her soul. Thus, it is important. No, it's critical to adjust with your soul. Dr. Hugo Gibson. He sent this to me, he emailed this to me in 2014. What's interesting is about the same time I wrote the checklist. I want you guys to understand something. I take this to heart. But when I'm spending time with you, this is what's inside of me. Surely, when I give something of myself, I want it to be the finest reflection that it can be. As such, it would need to come from somewhere deep inside me, so that it's a reflection of my soul. So it is important that I communicate to you from right here. You guys, listen. I'm doing everything I can not to get emotional. This isn't a job to me. This isn't a business. This isn't, it's all bullshit. You guys are my family. I love you all. Some of you are going through some of the toughest freaking times that I can't even wrap my mind around. Some of you are going through things that I will never allow myself to go there because I emotionally couldn't. It would wreck me. And my heart breaks for you, but I am here for you. And this whole group is here for you because we are a family. This is special. I want you all to know I'm always here for you. I care deeply about your success. I went to lunch with a doctor today. He's not in the group. He's a 59-year-old chiropractor that he went through a divorce, got an autistic son, just a lot of tragedy stuff in his life. He quit practice to deal with the things, and he's wanting to come back. And he said, and he called me and asked if I'd go to lunch with him today. And I said, of course I will. So this like 2 weeks ago. So we sat down and had lunch. And he said, you know, I want to tell you something. He said, on Facebook, you are the only person that reached out and wished me happy birthday. And at the end of it, you said, I'll be here if you ever need anything. He said, my own family didn't do it. He goes, I was a member of another group that starts with a P. And I was a member of that group, and those were all my friends. None of them did it. You had no reason to, and you reached out to me and said, happy birthday, I'm here if I can help. And he said, and then when I messaged you and said, would you have time in your schedule for lunch? You immediately said yes. Why? Why did you do that? I almost started crying right there at lunch. I said, it breaks my heart that you have to ask that another chiropractor, another human being, cared for you without needing a reason. And I looked at him, I said, because you matter, damn it. You matter. And gang, you matter. So, before I go overboard, I'm going to tell you that I love you. I'm going to tell you that I hope and pray that I see every one of your smiling, beautiful faces, your spouses, and your staff at Focus coming up, what, 2-3 weeks. It's going to be a big one. I got news for you. We've got some people in this group. Shannon Black, Alicia Cheyenne Young. I got too much in my head. All the guys that are speaking, they're going to bring a message that's going to blow the doors off this. And again, that's just an offensive mood. I know life happens and it's busy, and you know that's defense. I would rather you work in offense, but you know it's your choice. Hope I see you. And I want to take this last opportunity to. There's so many of you that are doing this, and I know not everybody can. I get it, but I feel in my heart that I have to do this. Thank you to those of you that have went out of your way to call a classmate or a chiropractor, you know, a colleague, someone down the road. I know a couple of you have just walked into offices and introduced yourself and said, hey, I want you to come to this meeting, or I want you to watch this group, or just sponsoring to foundations. Because here's the thing. This group is going to continue to grow because it's like chiropractic. The principle never changes. These principles, the videos, I might add to them here and there, but they're never going to change because the truth is truth. Honesty is honesty. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. Just the way it is. We need to be reminded. It's kind of like you don't go to church and then they read the Bible one week and then they're going to read the almanac the next, right? The word is the word and the truth is the truth. And I'm not saying my foundation is the Bible. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying the truth is the truth. But for those of you that will go out of your way to invite people to this group, to help them, I'm honored and I appreciate you. I appreciate that you're going out of your way to help another chiropractor, because that's really what matters. Because this is what we're in here for. Rising tide flows all boats. All right. So I went way over. Love you. I will stay on for another 10 or 15 minutes if you guys would have questions. If not, reach out to me. I'm going to be kind of in and out this weekend. I'm going out to Colorado to see the boy. But if you need me, let me know. So with all that being said, I'm going to take a drink of water, and I'm going to give you guys a few minutes. If you have any questions, let them rip. If not, have an amazing evening. I love you all. Bye. Love you, Denise. I appreciate you. Paul, I get it. Listen, and I probably should have said this. Listen, family always comes first. Spend time with your family. I appreciate you. Brother Jay Keeler, I hope you knew I was talking to you a lot. You're in my heart, brother. I love you. I'm going to read something while we're just waiting on questions. Dr. Denise, you're amazing. You're an amazing human being. This is what Denise just wrote. Our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. It is our light, not our darkness, that most frighten us. We ask ourselves, who are you to be beautiful, gorgeous, talented, and fabulous? Who are you not to be? You are a child of God. There is nothing enlightened about shrinking so others won't feel insecure around you. Thank you, Denise. I actually think I'm going to copy and paste that and print it and lay it here. Thank you. You're an amazing person. I love you. Dr. Pam, good to see you, honey. Jordan, I'm glad you're here, Jordan. Man, I promise you're in the right place. Brent, appreciate you, brother. Thank you. Guys, man, thank you, everybody. I'm not getting any questions, so that means that I think we did our job. So I will see you guys all in the morning on our wake-up call. Um, it's Wednesday. I will sleep on all our comments. I will think about what I'm getting ready to do. I'm suggestions on switching to the offensive mode. Paul, he suggested being conscious of it. So that's a great question. How do you go from defense to offense? Well, be conscious of it. Know what you're doing. Pay attention to your words and actions, and think about how you're walking into your office. Are you walking in hoping that something happens, or are you walking in going, I'm going to make something happen. I'm going to create this. Patient walks in your door. Jerry, you've only been coming in once a month. I got news for you. That's my fault. I so apologize to you. What I want to do is I want to get a set of pictures of your spine. I want to update you. I want to make sure that we have been that we didn't miss anything. Take a set of x-rays, read them. Come back tomorrow, Jerry. When he comes back tomorrow, Jerry, I've let you down. You have not been coming in enough, and now your spine is starting to restrict, and I think we need to put you on another treatment plan. I want to see you twice a week for the next 6 weeks, and then from that point on, every 2 weeks, Jerry. I'm not going to let you fall apart. Take freaking action. Go out and shake 3 hands. Hey, I'm Dr. Reisner. Honored to meet you. Let me know if there's anything I can do for you. Okay? Dr. Rocco, I meant to text you today. All I want to say on here right now is how much I love you, brother. Okay? Rob, appreciate you. Michael, exactly. I don't have to adjust and serve. I get to adjust and serve. You were given a gift. Listen, gang, this is what we got to remember. We were all given an amazing gift, the gift of knowledge that if you move the bone, take the pressure off the nerve, life happens. But you got to care. You got to want life to happen. You got to want that. It's got to be in you. Like Alicia said, you just got to care. You got to care so much more for them than you do yourself, and then things will happen. Matt's speaking. Matt, I'm sorry, Matt. Matt's Frankel, our student, is speaking in focus this year. Build the forever office, start small and potentially move, or is there another industry place locate people hire CAs from? Just start. Just go where you want to be and just take off and freaking run. Open the doors and get it going, Matt. We're gonna help you get through this. All right, gang. Listen, it is now 8:08. I went way overdue. I love you all. Have an amazing evening. If you need me, reach out. Send me questions and messages. I'll talk to you guys in the morning. Love you. Bye.